What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Triple J. How are you doing? If you're new here to this channel, what's up? My name is Jillian, and I am so glad you all are joining me on yet another caffeinated adventure. This time we are headed over to Orange County, the other Orange County in California. Y'all, I am so incredibly excited because it has been a while since I have been back to Southern California, which is where I previously lived before moving to Orlando, Florida. So I am taking you all along on this journey with me because we are going to be doing the Halloween 10K at Disneyland. I am so excited about that. We're going to go to the Oogie Boogie Bash. Along that, we are going to also be checking out Universal for their Halloween Horror Nights over in Hollywood Studios. Y'all, I cannot wait to get on all these adventures. And you all know that while we're in California, we are going to be checking out some coffee shops. We're going to be getting into some good eats. So buckle up, Buttercup, and enjoy the flight with me to Southern California. Friends, we are at the Delta Lounge. So you all know the last time I took you all on our very first adventure into the Delta Lounge. This is when we were flying from New York and LaGuardia. And that Delta Sky Club was pretty large. And granted, LaGuardia is New York adjacent, much larger than Orlando. But this is cute and quaint. It's definitely giving the beachy vibes. So I'm going to show you all a little bit of what it looks like. Thank you. And you see a lot of the lighting. So we're tucked away in the back corner, but there is, if you're able to catch a seat, a lot of natural light over in this back area. And then you walk up. I didn't even know, y'all, this was here until one of my journeys where we were traveling. Either it was to New York or one of our other recent trips. And I was like, oh, Orlando actually has the Sky Club here. So you all see, it's like very much giving beachy vibes. Very quaint, cute, small but mighty. And note that with these Sky Clubs, especially the ones that are a bit more on the smaller side, they tend to get filled up pretty fast. But I'm thankful that for this to be a Friday evening, that it is actually not packed out at all. And you see the bar here. So sometimes it helps, especially when you may feel overwhelmed walking into these Sky Clubs, that you check out, see what's around, because you can just walk into a lot of different areas and there's always some seating located somewhere. And sometimes it's just really hard to tell. I didn't even know that this was all back here. Now I'm kind of like, ooh, I wonder if my folks would want to sit back here. So I may ask them, because this is actually a bit more chill. I like the vibes back here in this corner. But we're actually not even going to be here that long, y'all. This is just my little bougie spirit. And so we have like an assortment of like cheeses and salads, especially if you're a charcuterie girly like me. And then we have more salads here on this end, so both ends of the bars. And then there, of course, is your hot options here. And I'll end up showing you all what I'm gonna get. And you all know, like I mentioned in my last one, I like feeling a little bit bougie. So I'm gonna get my little glass of sparkling wine. And then if you have a sweet tooth, they have, some sensible little treats. And these you could probably just like wrap up in a napkin, with the exception of the chantilly berry cheesecake here. That looks delightful. So I'm gonna try that for sure. And they also have, if you're a Java girly like me, an assortment of coffee and teas, which you can see that all over here. So y'all, yeah, this is pretty much the Orlando Delta Sky Club. So I don't actually have a lot of time. I am going to go ahead, get my drink on, get my eat on, and I will circle back with you all to show you what exactly I'm gonna put on my plate. You know your girl knows how to hook up a plate. So, y'all, what we have here is just a little bit of salads and cheeses. So, my little bit of charcuterie. Now, what's interesting about this is that this chicken that's over here on the side is like a Nashville hot chicken salad. So I'm interested in trying that. I have some kale salad with a little bit of cucumber, just a couple of crackers, fig jam, and cheese. They also had some home-style chicken noodle soup, which I am looking forward to tucking into because there's nothing more comforting than some soup before a flight. So this looks really good. And then I also just have like a veggie farmer's wrap. my sister had some food left over. So I'm gonna get into some of her pulled pork, some succotash here on the side, and a little bit of macaroni and cheese. So you all know how we like to do things over here. We got our bougie sparkling wine here at the Delta Lounge. And you all know I am so excited to take you on yet another adventure. Cheers, Heffas. Ooh, this one's good, y'all. This one's better than the sparkling wine that they had at the Sky Club that was located at LaGuardia. This has a really nice, like, fruity flavor to it. Because some sparkling wines can be really dry. I tend to like my sparklings to be less dry, a little bit on the sweeter side, not too sweet. So I like that balance of like dry and fruity. Yo, this is delicious. You can really taste the white grape. Pinkies up, Heffas. All right, I'm gonna get into this food and then we are going to grab our Java before we head on our flight. Friends, we're gonna go ahead and pick up our Starbucks. Now, I've already placed my mobile order, and since we are in full swing fall here at Starbucks, I went ahead and got my PSL because you all know we gotta go get our pumpkin spice latte on because 'tis the season. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick up my order, and then we're going to walk over to my flight because it's starting to board. And right now, the line is actually not too bad like how I've seen it before, first thing in the morning. All right, y'all, let's head on to our flight. And y'all, story time as we're heading to our gate. Yo, someone done jacked my drink, y'all. I'm like waiting. And finally I talked to one of the baristas and I was like, hey, order for Jillian. I showed them, you know, my mobile app and everything. And they were like, oh, we totally made that. Someone must have taken it. Y'all, it's all good though. My flight only started boarding 10 minutes ago. My co-producer, my sister, and I are all sitting in the same row. I'm not feeling panini bread pressed. I'm like, it's all good. I don't even know what boarding group we're on. We're all three sitting together, so I don't really feel this pressure that I have to quickly get to my seat so I can like wipe it down and not be in the way. But y'all, we have our Java, and I ended up getting my drink in my little Park Days and Lattes brand new Disney fall tumbler with the cute little charm that has Mickey on it. See if I can get him in there. Y'all, it's so adorable. And I think y'all already know I have a tumbler addiction. So I think I am gonna start actually selling the tumblers that I have because it's excessive. This was so cute. So knowing me, I'll probably keep this for a couple seasons and maybe I'll put it up for sale. And I want to try to start getting into a better habit of if I see tumblers that I like, it's like if you're gonna buy a tumbler, girl, you gotta sell one or two. We can't keep hoarding tumblers. So that's the mindset that I'm on. And y'all, we're still walking to our gate here. And it is busy on this side of the airport, which is so crazy because coming in, y'all, was very smooth. And like now, it just feels busy. Everyone's trying to make their flight. So we're gonna go ahead, wait in this little boarding line here, figure out what boarding group, see if our boarding group has even been called yet, and get on our plane. All the broke Heffas to the back. All the broke Heffas to the back. Okay, y'all, listen. I am not claiming broke Heffa status. I am being fiscally conscious, okay? So the three of us are sitting toward the back in coach, and I'm just like, ooh, I'm not used to this. It's because of this child here. Just honestly, y'all, it was ridiculous, like to upgrade. And sometimes, and I think I may have talked about this in some of my other videos, that I live for an upgrade shop, especially when the upgrades are reasonable. But when they're like astronomically expensive, that's when I like cross the line a pretty hard red color, because I'm like, listen, as long as I am sitting comfortably, and I'm a short individual, so I don't need like a ton of leg space, I'm good. We good here, y'all. We have our latte, and then y'all, we're here. And let me tell you something. For those of you all that travel with your children, and listen, I am childless, okay? But like, please clean up behind your kids and do not leave it to the flight attendants to have to pick up every little crumb and everything, when you should have your wipes and things ready. And I know it's like, Heffa, you don't have any kids, shut up. I get it, but y'all, like, I get to my seat, there are chip crumbs. I take down the tray table, and there's some, you could tell like a kid was probably coloring and got square, and I was just like, you know, I mean, it's all good. I have my wipes. I came prepared, which is why I tell you all, when you're traveling, make sure to bring your little Lysol wipes or your wet ones or whatever, but something that is antibacterial or has antibacterial properties, so that way you can wipe your tray table down, you can wipe your seat down, because these flight attendants are trying to turn these flights over so fast. So, you know, just do them a solid, y'all, and clean up behind yourselves just a little bit. That's all a Heffa here is asking. I think I'm being pretty reasonable. I will shut the hell up now as we get ready to take off on this flight here. And when I pick up with you all, we will be in sunny Southern California. I'm so excited. See you all in Orange County. Actually, we're flying in LAX, so I'll see you Heffas in LA soon. Friends, we have made it over into LAX. Now we need to go ahead and get our bags. We need to get our rental SUV and head over to our Airbnb. So let's go ahead and head over to baggage claim. Now, Heffas, while some may find it gimmicky, I feel like one of the things to make you feel like you are on the West Coast, specifically California, is to go ahead and head on to In-n-outburger. So we are driving through to a little bit further south of LA into Orange County. And we're like, before we really hit that road, let's go ahead and get some In-n-out. So you can kind of see it a little bit across the way. But I am ready to get my In-n-out burger on while we take this road trip into Orange County. Y'all, I've never ordered my burger this way, but I'm actually going to get mine Flying Dutchman style, which my sister was just telling me about this. So basically, the burger sandwiched between two onion slices, and she's gonna get hers protein style, which is basically lettuce wrap burger. We're gonna get it animal style as well, which has like that special sauce on it. My husband, aka co-producer, is going to get his like straight up. Are you gonna do an animal style? He's gonna do his animal style, but with a bun. So, you know, here we are, y'all. I am looking forward to trying the Flying Dutchman style, which my sister's telling me that she's seeing on social media that a lot of people say it's delicious. And I figure you all know that I'm trying to like save my calories here a little bit. So we're still gonna go out and get some dinner. That may be a separate video, but I'm like, I'll go ahead, I'll cut the carbs and scale back just a little bit. All right, y'all, here is my in-n-out burger, Dutchman style, and my sister's making fun of me because she's like, it's not true Dutchman style because you got lettuce and tomato. Listen, Heff, I can do what I want, okay? This is my food that I'm eating. So this is how I'm gonna try it, okay? I don't need her judgment.
Yes.
All right, y'all, and here is my sister's. Now, she got the protein style, so that's basically like the lettuce wrap. And she's not a big fan of tomatoes, so she just has those on the side. But this looks also really good. And she got her fries animal style and added some extra ketchup on top of it. And I also did not know this, and she was making fun of me, that you can just actually get like extra spread, you know, when they're asking you if you want any condiments. I didn't even know that that's what it was called. I was just like, oh, you know, the in-n-out burger sauce. So apparently it is called spread. No, I did not know that. And again, I told her I do not need her judgment because this is, I just never ordered extra spread, okay? Because I'm not that kind of heifer, but she is, all right? So here's her, ooh, almost dropped it. Okay. I'm going to hand it back, y'all, before I drop it on her and my co-producer. Now, my co-producer, his is just straight up the OG, okay, like how it's intended to be. So his is a double. Nope.
Single.
Oh, it's a single? Oh, looks like a double. Y'all, look, it's so big. I just assumed it was. Did you get yours animal style too? Okay. His is animal style as well. But yeah, this is your run-of-the-mill standard in-n-out burger. And y'all, if you're unfamiliar, animal style just means that you get it with that spread sauce, because typically it doesn't come with it. So if you want that spread sauce on your in-n-out burger, just ask for animal style. If you want your fries animal style, that's like what my sister's fries look like, where you just get the spread on top of the fries. Heffas, I hope you enjoyed that trip to in-n-out burger. I mean, my Flying Dutchman sandwich was good. If you were an onion lover, you would love that. To me, the burger wasn't too greasy. It, you know, if I had to rate it out of Heffas, I would give it a solid 3.5 Heffas. It was delicious to me. And my fries, because in-n-out fries, not gonna hold you, sometimes can be hit or miss. These were actually cooked really good tonight, really well. And so, yeah, I enjoyed it. It's really nice to kick off our Southern California trip, starting out at In-N-Out Burger. Y'all, hang tight with me on this caffeinated journey. We have a lot of fun trips, fun experiences planned within this journey that we're on. And I am looking forward to getting settled. And the time zone's messing me up a little bit because it's a 3-hour time difference. So right now, y'all, it's 8:34. Technically back at home, it's 11:34. So I'm feeling a little weird right now. So I don't know if we're actually going to go back out tonight or what. We're going to see how we're feeling once we get settled in. So with that being said, have you liked? Have you subscribed? Have you shared? Have you dropped down in the comments just to even say hello? Do all those things. Support Heffa Nation. We are en route to 15,000 subscribers before we get into 2026. Thank you all for joining me, and looking forward to catching you on the next journey here in Southern California. Have a good night.